is the biggest vote of confidence on India from any credit rating agency in over a decade. Moody'S has upgraded India's credit rating by a notch from the nation's lowest investment grade. Now, here's a look at what has happened exactly. From Baa3, India's credit rating has been lifted to Baa2. Now, Moody'S now has a stable outlook on the Indian economy from its previous positive outlook. Let's forget the jargon for a minute. What does this mean in simple terms? India is now a more credible borrower, a less riskier investment destination for foreign investors, and Indian companies raising money abroad can do so at a lesser interest rate. Not just that, this is a big sentiment boost for the markets and the economy. This is also the first time that India's credit rating has seen an upgrade in the last 13 years. Let's take a look at this graph, which shows you how India's rating has changed since 1990. India was a closed economy till 1991. We saw 2 downgrades under Prime Minister Narasimha Rao as well as Prime Minister Vajpayee. But just before Prime Minister Vajpayee left office, we saw an upgrade, and today we've seen another. The government clearly celebrating what it calls a belated upgrade. So here's a look on the top policymakers, market men and bankers, what they make of the ratings upgrade. The verdict.
We believe that it is a belated recognition of all the positive steps which have been taken in India in the last few years.
Better late than never, a triumphant finance minister welcomed what he called belated recognition by Moody'S after India's credit rating was upgraded for the first time since 2004.
This is an upgrade which has really happened after 13 years. And we welcome this upgrade.
Team North Block was in full attendance, and the centre made it clear that this upgrade was long overdue and one that affirms the slew of recent reforms.
It's also, I think, a recognition of the actions that the government has undertaken, GST, bankruptcy, MPC and all of that.
It is because India has signalled very clearly that fiscal consolidation is important that this upgrade has happened. That's the causal direction.
We've almost been able to change the way this country thinks and works in a short span of 3.5 years.
The bigwigs of India's banking industry came out in full force to acknowledge that structural reforms are starting to bear fruit.
The economic reforms program which the government has initiated, so after, say, a period of pain, the results are now started to showing in.
It is also very heartening to note that Moody'S has taken cognizance of India's higher growth potential and the increased economic resilience as compared to the other countries in our rating cohort.
This is a clear, good signal that the world is noticing India's move towards stability, and I think India should continue down this path. I think the opportunity ahead is even more.
I would say actually that this upgrade is only a reaffirmation of the changing mood and confidence that you can see in the economy today.
Moody'S upgrade has certainly lifted the sentiment across markets in India Inc. and given the government more firepower for its economic agenda. Bureau Report, CNBC TV 18.